happening, guys? We are back and ready for action because today is the day, right? Today is the day to take action and change your life forever. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yes. You guys are always ready. That's why we're amped to be here with you guys today.
That's right.
The purpose of these videos is to encourage you, encourage ourselves to grow personally and to grow our brand so that we reach our goals this year.
Yes.
And more importantly, so that we can help and champion others as we journey forward, right?
That's right. Right.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do it, babe.
It's on. Now, before we get into the topic, be ready. We are almost ready to launch. So close, getting there soon. Just be ready. We'll keep you posted. The topic of the day today, though, is something very important, right? Very important. We're not going to joke around. Just kidding.
We're not that serious.
No. Here's the deal. So, getting the yes and using your story, right? Which is huge, is important. The power of story. Okay, so that is the topic of the day. Let's talk about it. Let's get deep.
Yes. So getting the yes. We have this issue we have it still sometimes.
True.
Well, just to be honest, just as entrepreneurs, we wear so many hats, and so there's so many things for us to do, so many things for us to just have to keep our eyes on.
Yeah.
And a lot of times sales can get pushed to the back of just, oh, I've got to do this. I've got to, post social media and all that. Social media can be part of your sales and marketing strategy, but we want to really bring in the sales, make sure that that's a key component that you're focusing on because sales is what fuels the engine.
That's right.
Your business is your vehicle, and we all know that to keep that vehicle running, we need to keep that constant stream of fuel, which is sales, flowing through our engine.
Big time.
Right?
Make that happen. See some cash flow. What's happening, Eddie? Thank you very much for taking this seriously too, because that's a big part of it, right? We do not want to just skip over, because we all know what it takes as entrepreneurs and business people to get to the end of the day going, where's my numbers at? Where are we financially? That's a huge importance for you. Settled mind, family, your household, all that stuff, right? So let's get into why. What are we talking about? We talked about the reasoning of what the importance is, right?
Yeah, that was the why. So we really want you not to shy away from sales. I know we talked to a lot of entrepreneurs, and when we first started out and started our first business, it was like sales was kind of this, I still struggle with it at times. And so we just want to encourage you, don't shy away from it. Don't be afraid of it. And so we're going to give you 2 steps that should help you really get going and getting that yes, and not have it be this scary monster under your bed or in the closet. Just let's face it. Especially if this is kind of geared towards solopreneurs, not those who have big teams where they have a whole sales division.
Right.
This is for those that are, you're in it. Maybe it's just you and a couple other people so sales is still on your docket.
Very much so. Or even teaches to your team. So the idea is your brand, focusing, right? Number 1 on the brand. We always talk about it. We bring it back to this, and there's a big reason why. Because when you know what your brand is about, you're the founder, right? You're the one that has began this from scratch. You know what it took to get to where you're at, and how easy is it to go and think about that. The brand, what it took to become that brand, and not a commodity, but rose up, right? And then get the look and the feel, all these things dialed in, right? So you're matching what you're supposed to be looking like. The messaging is on point. Everything is looking sweet, right? And attracting your dream clients. That's number 1. Big one. Number 2.
Number 2 is what we were talking about, the power of your story, your unique story. So once you got that foundation, your brand is set, your messaging is clear, the look is clear, so it's really drawing in your dream clients. Then once they're just drawn to you in that sales process, however your sales process is, a powerful way to just build trust and build that rapport is by using your story.
That's right.
We call it an origin story. Where were you when you first started your business? What frustrations did you have? And then what was the journey to building your business and becoming successful? And really in that process being vulnerable. So using your story can be such a powerful way to build trust, build rapport, and then get the yes.
That's right. We're not the only ones in mentioning this either. This is something we've learned along the way, and in being vulnerable, how much of an impact it really can make. In that we've heard from multiple people that are doing well, friends, clients, people we work with, in some way, shape, or form. And this keeps coming back, is like, I remember hearing about the first check. Boom, the first big check that we're like, actually have a client, a paying client. And guess what? That check is now on the wall, right? And it's plaqued and it's put up there as a way to remind them where they started. And they tell about it when you ask. Like, when you ask, what happened to that? I mean, I see your check on the wall. Is that your, what is it all about? They'll tell you. And they say, that's what it took to get there. But that's what makes you go, whoa, I understand that. I understand the pain, right? And what that takes. So think about that. And how confident does that make you feel when you can say, ultimately, I overcame this stuff to get to there. It's all facts, it's all real, but it's story from here, right? What you went through, blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you are. And that changes everything. People feel like, wow, they can relate. It's personable, right? So
absolutely. So we already touched on some of these, but we're the action step. We're gonna jump into that.
Yes.
So what we really want you to do is take 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes today, to sit down, turn off your phone, get alone or with your team even, whatever you prefer, and write out your origin story.
Yes.
Write out that story, that journey from where you knew that, hey, I needed to start this, to now where you are today. And remember to incorporate, well, I'm kind of jumping ahead. We've got 3 questions for you to just kind of get you started in the right direction of getting that origin story in place. And think about using this origin story, it can go on your website, kind of under that about, or our story, our brand story, or our team story, however you want to put it. But incorporating that on your website, you could create a video about your origin story, which is a powerful way to really connect with your tribe and have them really understand the why behind why you do what you do and what was kind of that driving force to keep you going through all the challenges. So
truly,
what are the 3 questions, babe?
Yeah, what's happening, Sarah? So 3 questions. The first one she just mentioned, like, where were you, right? Where were you when this all started out? What happened?
Yeah.
Right? What was it that made you go, whew, this is difficult, this is tough, I'm doing my thing, I have a need for this change, and what is it that's going to get me there? So where were you at that very moment in life, right?
Yeah.
And what was happening? What were the circumstances?
Yeah, what frustrations, what did you have? What feelings were you feeling?
Yeah.
How were things in your family?
Right.
With your kids, with your spouse, if you have those things, or or with friends, what was kind of the temperature of your life? What was the mindset of your life in that point when you realized, hey, I need to make a change? And then what's question 2? Right.
So question 2, we want to tap on, what did you want? What were you looking for? At that moment when you realized, gosh, I need a change, I want this, I need to make a difference. What were you wanting that pushed you through, right? That all of a sudden, this is where I want to be. And what's going to take me there? What is that engine, that vehicle that's going to get me there? Like we talked about earlier, where was that fuel coming from? Where did that fuel come from to go, bam, take a step?
Yeah. Right? Think about, like, what were you wanting? You might be like, oh, well, I wanted... Go a little bit deeper than just, I really wanted to, provide for my family, doing something that I loved. Okay, yes, so you wanted, financial freedom, maybe, but then what was it even deeper on a personal level? What did you want personally? Did you want to, live a life of purpose? Did you really want to, be that example for your kids? Kind of go as deep as you can, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable.
No.
And share a little bit about, what you were facing and that's really what was that deep desire for you.
Truly.
In wanting to make the change and start your business or nonprofit. Yeah. Question 3.
And the question 3, what was the outcome, right, of you making the change or taking a step of faith, right?
Yeah.
What was it that aftermath, that you remember that you took that step and then, wow, this is the breakthrough, or this is what happened after I took that huge step. And now we're seeing the actual fruit of it. We're actually seeing some great things happen. And because you did it, because you went through the whole process, there is a huge impact you can make, right? And sharing this brief moment that all of a sudden there it is. And that could be a solution for someone else. That could be a help to someone else, right? Huge. So, any other, I want to really quickly is just like in our own lives, we've experienced some crazy stuff happening through the process of where we are today and where we were back in 2010, just a short period, right? So we're talking all the things and obstacles and things that we've decided upon as a couple and going, we saw where we were, we made some choices, and then we see where we are now. But we don't leave those things out nowadays. We're not just that process. That was the short and skinny, right? But that, you don't know anything about us. We're not being vulnerable in any way. So that doesn't change your heart and mind, right? You're in the same place as you were before. You're going, okay, so that's what they did, and now they're at that. Yeah. Nothing different, right?
Yeah.
But what if we add components to it? The details. That's what we're about. Share the details to the story, right? And draw people in, get them to know you a little more, and truly, boom, connect.
Yeah, and don't be afraid. I mean, in the beginning, I remember I was like, oh man, I don't want to share so much about, our story and stuff that we've been through, because some of it's painful, and we're very open to, are very transparent with people who are like, oh, I want to start a business, I want to do this and this and this.
Right.
And we're kind of like, that's awesome. I mean, we're the biggest cheerleaders for people who want to step out on their own 2 feet, go after their dreams, start a business, start a ministry, start a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We'll be your biggest cheerleaders, but we're also going to be like, okay, be ready for some work. Like, it's going to take some hard work. You're going to really have to put in the time, put in the planning, put in the thinking everything through, building that plan, building that strategy, and we're going to be like, it's not going to always be easy. There's going to be days when you want to give up.
Truly.
And then we've shared, pieces of our story. If they've asked, how was it? How there were times when, being in business and starting something as a married couple, oh my gosh, there were days when it's like, oh my gosh, we wanted to kill each other. And so just being ready to share the vulnerable moments. Like, we have had our struggles with our marriage and being in business together. We've had months when we started out in our business where it was like we didn't know how we were going to pay all of our bills. And so just being able to share those moments, it creates a connection with the people who are listening. They're like, oh my gosh, I've been there, or wow, I didn't know it was that tough, but I'm really ready to jump into this. So just encourage you to be vulnerable. Be as vulnerable as you can be, because that's going to be what makes the connection.
That's right. Hey, Chase. Xander, thank you for a reminder. So that's a big deal. But we want to make sure we encourage you to take those action steps today. Don't wait. Don't hold back, because we've seen great breakthroughs. Just even from one of our close friends and mentors, he held back. He was holding back these things from sharing his story, right? Yeah, he's got all kinds of results. Yes, he was killing it in his business, and he had all kinds of great numbers, right? And then he was seeing, like, I am actually holding back and not being vulnerable. And for some reason or another, I don't know why. I guess it just wasn't a thought process until you mentioned it. And then when he did share that, it changed everything, because the people that he was connecting with were a little hesitant. They see the results, they see the numbers and all, but then boom, he shared his story, and they were like, wow, I had no idea you had to XYZ to get to where you are now, right? And have this go the direction it is, only because you had to go through some of these processes.
Totally.
And that changes everything. That changes how I see you. That changes how I feel connected with you. It changes how I even want to do business with you. That's amazing. That's an awesome outcome. So we want to encourage you. Take those steps today. Get to it, right? Right now. Right after this video. We're going to finish this up and wrap it up, and you're on it.
Yes.
All right? So just know, today's the day to take action. But before we end it, we want to share our quote of the day, right? And this is where it all came from. Jean-Luc Godard, if I'm pronouncing it right. Sometimes reality is too complex. Stories give it form. So think about that. It shapes it, right? We don't want to leave people hanging.
Yeah.
And just complex reality, just like way vague and like, whoa, what's really going on with those people?
Yeah.
Give them the reality, give them some of this, the taste of your story, right? And have them grab onto something, something solid.
Yeah.
Right?
Because if you think about it, like if we were just to list off, okay, these are the reasons 1 through 10 why you need to work with us for your brand. You need to do this, 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 and these are the reasons why it's so great to work with us.
Right.
But if we were to just share with you the story, like, hey, this is what we're going through.
Yeah.
We realize that, hey, you really need to develop these components, all of these different components, in order to be successful.
Right.
And these are the struggles, you know. So if we put it in story form, your listeners, your potential client is going to be more apt to listen, to engage, to connect, rather than just being like, you need to do. These are the 10 reasons why you need to buy from me, and buy from me now, and then that's just information.
Totally.
Make a connection through your story, your personal story. So
yes, please do. Imagine how boring it would be if you went to a movie, right, and you step into it. Even documentaries are filled with facts and information, but you went to a theater and watched a cinematic film and it was nothing but info, data, statistics. You're like, I am out, right? Peace, done. Give that film a thumbs down and all kinds of bad criticism. Here's the difference. If you go to a place with a great story, you listen to it, you watch it, you're incredibly moved. You're there from beginning to end, the whole 2 hours, right? You haven't felt like you wasted time, and you're like, wow, life has changed sometimes. Some epic movies, right? So think of it that way. Just as a side note, a little bit of tidbit, but no, go get some. Go do it.
Yes, get your story written out.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah.
Right on.
And
right
your
on.
battle wounds are
forget.
welcome here, you guys. If you're in that spot like we were when we started a business where you're like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make my mortgage or my rent on the end of this month. Keep going, keep pressing forward.
Yes.
You got this. Just keep doing those daily things. Focus on today. Right now, not on the end of the month. Let's do what you can do today. Keep going. And remember, failure isn't final or fatal, like Mike likes to say. You can do this. Let's get back up today.
Yes.
Keep going. Keep pressing forward, you guys. You guys are awesome.
Right
You
on.
guys are awesome.
Have a great one.
Bye.